Kash Cottle, take one.
Can you tell me a little bit about what your life was like before?
I had a baseball team and a basketball team, and then I started feeling sick and not feeling good.
He would get sick to his stomach and have headaches, but it would only last a couple hours, and then, he would throw up, and then an hour later, he'd be eating a burrito.
We took him in, and they thought it was strep because he tested positive for strep. But then the antibiotics didn't do anything, and so that's when we took him in again, and it was a good thing we did.
I was in a hospital room, and it was my mom with me and my dad. I was really scared and didn't know what was gonna happen.
We got in there with the doctor, and he explained to us that they saw a mass on his head from the CT, and things just happened really fast from there. We're ambulanced into primary children's today, which was pretty scary because, it goes from, hey, he's got a mass on his head to this has to happen now. So your head wanders and you think the worst.
You're not expecting them to say your kid has a brain tumor. There's a million questions right now. It was more just kind of trying to stay okay for Kash.
To happen that fast, you're a normal kid that's functional and cognitive and can talk, and they kind of go through those risks with you, and you're like, this happened within 12 hours from nothing going on, not knowing anything, to now we're going to put him through surgery. And
you just don't know if the kid that you just sent into surgery is going to be the same as when he comes out.
Maybe the next day when he could kind of get up and go to the bathroom and just kind of see himself in the mirror. He's swole up, and it's not a big deal. It's your kid. You don't care how they look or what. You could just see it on his face. He looked different, a lot different. And I think maybe that hit him then, how serious it was.
After the surgery, he did really well. They thought we'd be there maybe 10 days, and he was out at 7 days in the hospital.
Were you worried about not playing sports when all this was going on?
Yeah, I just missed it and wanted to go back to it and get playing again and feeling better.
Kash's treatment plan was 30 treatments of radiation, and then he has 6 months of chemo. They feel like they got the whole tumor, and so all the scans that they keep doing are just to make sure that there's nothing new growing, and so far there's been nothing.
We've been positive, but he's exceeded everybody's expectations. Even with sports, he has brain surgery, and that's crazy serious. And it was 28 days after he had brain surgery, he pitched in a baseball game, and he had a 7-on-7 padded helmet that he wore. Just unbelievable, I think. And it was crazy even at the game, because a lot of people by then knew Kash's situation, and it was an inspiration. I remember he couldn't run for, I think, 6 weeks, and so he would hit, but he kind of speed walked to base. The family, but the community sport, even sports in general, just the closeness and the bond that helped build around Kash was awesome.
He loves football, so I think it was cool for him to see, go through the tour.
We went in the locker room and watched their practice, and they came out and ran and were saying my name.
Kash, what up, baby? We're happy to have you. We love you. All of us here love you. We saw your story this morning. Everyone did. And I think you gained a lot of brothers that you don't have right now. We have about 120 brothers that are with you now. And we're just here, and we're We're happy to support you throughout this whole thing that you're going through right now.
He's tougher than he ever thought he was. We have made it through most of his treatments, so he only has 3 more. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I hope he's learned that he can make it through this. He can make it through anything.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to work at the hospital and be a nurse, a chemo nurse.
I mean, Kash is my boy. Like, he's my inspiration, and if I can't really put it into words, it's just, he's my boy.
What do you think you'll learn from all of this?
I'll learn that it's good to be confident and knowing you can do it, and that'll help you get through it.